Alright, so this video is Papa just talking about some stuff and showing some stuff on that loader. I watched it a little bit. It was filmed in like May, but I'm going to have some videos coming out on this subdivision because he's been filming on his phone, so I'm about to edit them and put them out.
Well, I got Dumbledore straight pipe put on. Still got a little bit to get it hooked up. We just took an old stack off of a tractor trailer that I had here to put some new ones on. Cut it off. Got him a 5/8 chrome pipe. I ain't running the blame thing like that. I'm gonna put a darn muffler on it. You can't blame set on it. It sounds like back in the day when I didn't have the money and had to run straight pipes. I had old Detroit diesel skidders in the woods, and them things, all I had money for a piece of flex pipe to get it out of your face, and then had old 671 Detroit in a blame truck that had straight pipe on it too. All the Ford's 10-foot thick of straight pipe weld on it. So back then we had to have straight pipes. Didn't have money to buy no blame mufflers, but I gotta tell you one thing, this one'll get a muffler on it if I run it in it. He had the cooler lines right there. Old fella had them stuck down beside the darn motor up here, crammed up in the front, and cranked it up, brought down here where the welder's at, do some welding on them pipes, blowed the blame end off it, so he got there and take these hoses right here off of it. I lost all my footage, like I said. We put these new filters and glass bowls. I had to buy glass bowls. They was just deteriorated, just crumbled apart. I think the fella said the old loader set about, I know it was the early 80s last I remember it running. Might have been late, I believe it's about 83, 84, 85. It could have been 86 or 7, I don't know. That's been a long time ago. But it's got to have an oil cooler somehow or another. That doggone, ain't no room for this radiator. I got a grill out of skidder in there. Time I put that dang grill right there, you ain't got an inch in front of that radiator. Somebody rammed something in the radiator right there. Probably have to end up putting the radiator on it. I don't expect to run the old tractor much. People around here, I got to build a roll cage for it so that boy won't kill himself. And I'm thinking about trying to mount, I don't know if you can see up in there, probably not, but thinking about trying to mount a doggone oil cooler up in there and put an electric fan on it. I believe there's room to put one up in there. May I pull that well, darn, I hope I don't have to pull that off. Well, it did pull off muffler now. Pipe right in there don't line up. I know you probably can't see in there, and I don't know how to turn the darn light on this phone yet. This is the first filming I've done on it. I got to figure it out. Anyhow, one of the blame cylinder started leaking on it. I pulled it around here. I'm going to have to pull that cylinder right there off. It's pouring. Well, it ain't pouring all, but it is dripping pretty hard right there. That bottom cylinder right there, you can see. They funky looking, I don't know. Hope I can find the packing to go in it. I got a local hydraulic shop here that's pretty good about stuff. I don't know, I about believe this thing built by Fiat. It looks like an older model Fiat frame to me. And I looked online what little you can find out about it. Can't find out a whole lot about it, but what little I found out about it, it's I believe Fiat built it and they put Perkins engines in them. It's just about what I believe happened. Maybe Massey Ferguson had designed this back tank and all. Maybe the cowling and hood and stuff. It's a little different than Fiat, but that Perkins engine could be why it's different. It may be a little bigger than their Fiat engine, I don't know. I had a FLD 10. The FLD 7, I believe it was, or a 9, something like that. Dozer back. Oh God, it's probably, I'd say it's early 90s, probably 92, 3 or 4 maybe. But anyhow, it don't look that good. It's the way that blame thing goes on there, it flares down, got no clamp there. If I put a piece of thin metal on it like I could clamp in there, I don't believe it held it up. I believe it just flopped and fell off. If I put a heavier piece of metal on the bottom of it, it ain't pretty, but hey, it ain't no beauty contest, no way. Anyhow, that's his straight pipe. I'd be darned hard not to ever let him watch South Saskatchewan, or whatever his name is, that wild man up there in Canada. And then that straight pipe acres, I got him to watching them, I think. I like them and everything. They just blame straight pipe ain't where it's at. That fella got them straight pipes on that Detroit crazy, in my opinion. That's what I had back then. I didn't have no darn money. I had one of them now, I guarantee you it'd have twin mufflers on it. Back I used to run the maintenance shop for the county back in the 80s. And I think I went there in 78 or 9. Worked there to 83 or 4, 83 I think it was. I can't remember that dates, but I run the shop about 3.5 years there. And they had no 318 Detroit or 13 speed in it. And they was building a parking ride back in the day in the early 80s. And I done went in the shop, working in the shop when they bought 3 used trucks. 2 of them had Cumminses in them. No triaxle. We had to pull triaxles out from under all 3 of them because they were hollering state law. We couldn't run them back in. But anyhow, we took them out from under them. And that old 318 had straight pipes on it. Had a 13 speed in it, and I could drive the devil out of the truck. I could make that thing talk to you. And the commissioner come to me, run the shop for. He come to me and asked me if I'd drive one of them trucks and help them get the gravel on that parking ride thing. Right before I went into the shop, I'd been running a big TD25 dozer, helping build it. Hit the D6, man, the fella swap out on them. I was looking at that TD25 to buy. We done a little study on it, had a V8 in it. It pushed like a devil, but they just don't last. I ended up got him to buy a D7G anyway, so we took and he come and asked me, would I run that blame old truck? Only ones left, that old GMC, with nobody else drive it. Had one boy to drive it, but he was out for some reason or other, and they couldn't get the gravel over there, and they was wanting to pave it. So he asked me, would I drive the truck? And I said, yeah, I'll drive it a week for you. And one of the post commissioners run a hardware store in a little old town of Dallas there where we hauling through, and I'd come up at the red light, and I'd stop whether I had to or not. I'd come up through there, and time I'd get by his hardware shop, it was rattling the damn windows in the building. He come out there, and after the first day, I made about 20 trips over there better. Wasn't 5 miles, 6 from the quarry over to it. I made, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 trips. I don't know, I was making them going and coming. And I was making that thing talk. I'd stop at the red light, start off. I didn't care if the red light was green. I'd stop anyway, so I could start first gear. I'd swap them gears, split them gears on that 13 speed. I'd be waking it walk a dog time it got to his building. And he said it shook the damn caulk out of the window in his building. Had to have them resealed. But he raised the devil, and I had to put mufflers on the blame thing. When I went back to the shop, I had to go buy a new muffler and everything. New exhaust cut and fit and all that dang exhaust on that old GMC truck. Old truck wasn't worth the exhaust put on, don't reckon. I mean, it run good and everything. I was just a piece of junk. Scrapped out about it. The old GMC cab about rusted out. But it run good and shifted good and everything. Now, wasn't one boy drive it, and he didn't drive it too hard. When I was in it, I drove the devil out of it. I aggravated that post-commission for some reason or other. He'd done something, made me mad. I got the opportunity, I fixed him right up. Well, I'll quit jabbering. We got to figure out how to try to edit some of this stuff. He's filmed, but I don't think he knows how to film much. I may not, I don't know. I'm getting pictures of it anyway, but I traded some work for this. I think I give about $3,000 for it, something like that. Blind thing cranked as soon as you touch it, got one 12-volt battery on it. It's supposed to have 2 6s. I put a 12-volt car battery basically on it, and off a little old John Deere tractor. Well, I took on off a little portable sawmill out there. Stuck on it, see if it crank. Hit a crank time you touch it. It sit there and idles fine. Old fella said it smoked. I got to hook exhaust up from the motor up there. Got a little piece of short flex pipe got to go on it, but there's going to be some kind of muffler go on it eventually, because I'm going to push some clearing debris off back here in the back with it. We haul some clearing debris in off a lot, so we clear and burn it during the winter. And I got to push some of that off, so if I do much, I'll have to have some headphones or some darn earplugs or something. I can't take that straight pipe no more. I'm not going to go. I done got too old, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. It's just that simple. Well, we're going to try to start getting some of this stuff edited. Got to find somebody got sent enough to edit it. I don't even got sent enough to edit it. That boy won't learn how. I don't know if he just don't want to, don't know how, what did. My granddaughter said she knew how. I'm going to find out in about 2 weeks. I'm going to take her out to eat, and she's going to teach me, or either I'm going to make her pay for our supper one. Well, I guess that's enough, so we'll talk to y'all later.
Alright, so this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I'm trying to think, I ain't done one of these in a while, but thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and just help us build, and I'll try to get some more out.